A successful life is just having consecutive successful days. And those successful days include the hard days, because the hard days are actually what builds the character to get you to where you want to go. And when I look back at everything, the things that really define me were the challenges that I went through. What up, people? Welcome to the Doing Everything Different podcast. I'm your host, Devin Lars. I'm very excited about this episode. I say excited a lot. I realized that in the first episode that I put, but it's true. I am excited about this journey, this process, and the entire thing. And so today I actually had something planned that we were going to do the 5 pillars of doing everything different. And I was going to do a whole episode on that. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to release an article about the 5 pillars of doing everything different. Essentially like our core kind of beliefs of how you kind of transform yourself, kind of improve yourself and kind of create a better situation. The 5 pillars are: number 1 is there's always a solution. Number 2 is inch by inch, anything's a cinch. Number 3 is your success is tailor-made for you. Number 4 is 2 + 2 = 4, but so does 3 + 1. And number 5 is the better you get, the better your world gets. And that's really centered around therapy and stuff. But instead of doing a full podcast episode for those 5 pillars, we are going to release that into an article. So we'll have that up on doingeverythingdifferent.com if you are interested in reading kind of in more detail about those 5 pillars. Today, I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind. And I think something that I learned fairly recent, I would say. And it's around the difference between like ownership versus experience. And let me explain what I mean. Our society, right? We watch movies, we watch shows, and it's a story, right? We follow the story of whatever the movie is, and there's an end result of whatever happens, right? And so say a person overcomes something like the pursuit of happiness, right? Like the movie Pursuit of Happiness. He went through all of that stress, all of those problems, and he finally reached a certain point of success, right? So at the end of the movie, he reached this point of success. And so I think we're like trained to think that there is going to be a moment where you make it. And I always thought about that. I always was like, oh, I can't wait to make it. I can't wait to make it. I can't wait until I get to this point and I'm going to own this experience and my reality. And I've made it to a certain level. And then I just started to realize in life, you really don't own anything. You just get to experience it. And what I mean by that is that whether it's a car, whether it's material things, whether it's a good moment or a bad moment, you don't own it. You just get to experience it. And so I think that concept has really helped me with the ebbs and flows of life, right? You have ups and you have downs. Like that's just naturally how it is. You're just going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. And during those bad days, you have to remember that this is going to end and you are going to have good days. And then when you have good days, you have to realize that this is going to end and you're going to have some bad days. And I think for me, it was a very important lesson to learn, and it transformed my perspective and experiencing just life in general, right? So during the good times, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. I'm really appreciating this. And during those challenging times, I have to understand that I don't own this time, that this is something that I get to experience and it's going to end. And for me, I found kind of peace in that, to knowing that life ebbs and flows and goes up and down and it forever changes. And I think that we just have to understand that the majority of our life, we are always saying that we can't wait until, right? When you're in middle school, I can't wait till I get to high school. When you're in high school, you say, I can't wait to get to college or to graduate. When you don't have a job, you say, I can't wait to get a job. Then you get a job, you say, I can't wait to get another job, or I can't wait until the vacation, or I can't wait until this. You're always filling your lives up with, I can't wait. And so it got to a point where I realized the older that I'm getting, the more experience that I'm getting and the wiser that I'm getting, I'm realizing that, damn, you really don't own any moments. You just really get to experience these times. And there's always going to be something that you look forward to. And if you're always rushing to the next thing, you're going to mess around and look up and be like, damn, where did my life go? Like, how did my life go by this quick? And I didn't get a chance to slow down and enjoy the process. I'm a big component, and I always talk about process and how process is so important. And process is something that I think is the thing that has gotten me to where I want to go. It's really focusing on the process and making sure that I wrap myself up in the process of becoming better versus the results, because the results are going to come, right? The results will just come naturally. It's just a law. If you really put in the work and you try to become better, you're going to get better. It's going to happen. There's no way around it. And I think for me, just trying to slow down and understand that there's never going to be, I feel like, this sense of I've made it, right? Because there's always going to be something else. I think for me, where I'm currently at right now, I've had this vision literally since 2008 of running a company, helping other people, working with some of the biggest brands in the world, and being able to launch, doing everything different. I got this vision literally in 2008. And I feel like this is the first time that I'm able to kind of step into what I've always wanted to do and how I've always wanted to build my life. And I'm experiencing it now in real time. And it would be real easy for me to say, oh, I can't wait until we get our first 10,000 subscribers. I can't wait until we get our first, product launch. I can't wait till we get our first collaboration. I can't wait till we get our first guest on the podcast. And while that is true, and I'm excited about that, I'm trying to learn and teach myself to not rush the process and speed past the stuff that's most important, which is the journey of getting there. Because once you get the thing, it's kind of weird. It's like once you finally get it, it's almost like the pursuit of going after what you want to accomplish is more enjoyable than getting the actual thing, because then you're on to the next thing. I know that's at least true for me. And so I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to be present and to enjoy the journey of it all. Enjoy having currently 3 subscribers on YouTube, and 2 of them, well, one being myself from my other page, and then the other being somebody from my team. I'm just enjoying the process. Like, that's cool to me. 3 people, that's well, one person technically, that is an incredible milestone, because that's a person, right? And so I think that we get too caught up in the followers, and we need to have this many likes and 1 million followers and all of these different things. And I think it's really just about perspective. It's taking it one day at a time, one step at a time, and trying to experience it all. I heard this quote that said, a successful life is just successful days, more successful days than not successful days, or something. I'm butchering the quote. I don't even know what the quote was, but I think y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, we always say, I remember I said, like, I want to be successful in life. I want to have a successful life. And then you're going through the day-to-day process, and you're going through life, and you're like, I want a successful life, but you're not realizing, like, the days that you're living, that you're waking up every single day, that is what life is. It's those days. And I know that it sounds simple, and I know that it sounds kind of basic, but it took me a long time for me to understand and grasp that concept. A successful life is just having consecutive successful days. And those successful days include the hard days, because the hard days are actually what builds the character to get you to where you want to go. And when I look back at everything, the things that really define me were the challenges that I went through. It wasn't the success. The success is easy. It's the challenges. That's what builds character, and that's what's going to build the mental toughness to be able to accomplish what it is that you want, and to be able to have the dedication, the endurance to be able to keep up. And yeah, I just really have been trying to find peace in the process. Oh, that's a quote right there. Finding peace in the process. I think it's super true. I think I'm really understanding that it is about the journey of becoming better. And I honestly, because I look back at all the stuff, right? I started my business in high school in 2005. Like, it's crazy to think about that. Like, I've been almost doing this for 2 decades. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't know where time goes and how. I don't even understand it. But looking back at all the hard times and the struggle, that is what created the person I am today. And so if you're going through a hard time right now, if you're going through, some self-doubt, if you're going through just one of those low times, just understand that this is just something you're experiencing. This is not something that you're owning. This is something that you get to experience, that you're going to look back and say, that was the defining moment. That was the time that got me to where I am. It built the character. It built the resilience. It built the callousness. It built that toughness to be able to get to where I am today. And you're going to appreciate that. You're going to actually look back and be like, damn, those were some good times. Even though if you're going through it right now, it does not seem like that. I remember it felt like the tunnel was dark and you can't see no light. And that's hard when you don't know where the light is coming from and you're in a dark place and you're just like trying to push through. It becomes challenging because you can't see, how can I get out of this? And if you dedicate yourself and you really commit to it, to becoming better, to improving yourself, your life can literally change in 12 months. And that's no bullshit. Your life can change in 12 months. If you really dedicate yourself and stick to the process and becoming better, it's not going to feel like it at first, right? When you decide to make the change, there's a transition period. So even though you're doing the work, even though you're saying affirmations, even though you're, working out, eating clean, even though you're starting your business, you're not going to see results right away. You're not. It's just, you're not going to see results right away. You have to understand that there is a lag period and there's a transition that you have to create. And so I remember when I was going through a big transition in my life, I was trying to speed up the process. I was like, damn, I want it to hurry up. I want this. I want to be where I want to be. But I had to understand, I had to remind myself, take it one day at a time, understand that it's a process, and it'll catch up as long as I'm consistent with it. And yeah, it was just something that I truly believe in, and again, this is just something that it's been on my mind, and I wanted to share because I don't know who it can help. I don't know who is, listening to this. Again, this podcast is a lot of this also too, a lot of the content that I'm going to be talking about and the episodes and content is going to be really me talking to myself as a reminder, because I think we need those reminders a lot. I think that if the content is focused on what is something I need to remind myself, what is something that I need to hear, I think it could be helpful for somebody else. And so, yeah, I want, if there's anything to take away, it's finding peace in the process and not holding on to anything, understanding that we don't own anything in life. We just get to experience it. So whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're experiencing, just sit back and say, okay, cool. I'm going to enjoy this experience and I'm going to ride this out and I'm going to let it do what it do. And I'm going to continue the process of moving forward, because that's really all we can control. So thank you again for everybody that has showed some love, sent a comment, sent some messages. I truly appreciate all of the support. It feels good to be back to open up this dialogue, have this conversation. Excited to bring guests on and kind of interview them about their process and kind of start building and sharing in real time, because I think this is going to be, I don't know, I'm just having fun with this. I really am. And I'm excited to continue to build and to grow. And so if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Again, we want this to be a conversation. So if you have any thoughts about this, if you're going through your own process, if you have something, a different perspective, if you have a quote that you live by, if you have a book, whatever it is, leave it in the comments. I would love to hear it, read it, see what you all are thinking. I don't want, again, this to just be a one-way communication. I want to have this be a conversation. And so, excited about next episode. Next episode, we are going to bring on my creative director from Curio, Mike Wynn, who has been riding with me for a long time. And I'm super excited to talk to him about how he balances work and his side hustle. I think it's going to be something that's going to bring a lot of value, because I think there's a lot of people that are going to be listening to this that has a full-time job, but then they're also working on their side hustle. And how do you balance it and find a environment and company that you can work with that will maybe not support it, but be able to put you in a position to be able to focus on this? Because I truly believe life is too short not to be doing what you want to do. But excited about the conversation next week. Until next time, I hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you all in a minute. Peace.